But some teenagers are spending a lot more time than that keeping tabs on their friends. And now some of these Facebook junkies are trying to kick their addiction.
Today I'm here at Valencia High School and I'm going to be asking how many times the average student checks their Facebook a day.
10 times a day.
6.5, like 4 times a day.
5 times a day.
3 times a day.
Like 14 times a day.
7. 8. 10. 6.
It's like an addiction. You look up one moment and it's day, and you look up another moment and it's night.
In the beginning, she says she'd be online for as little as 20 minutes a day, but then those minutes grew into a couple of hours on weekdays and sometimes as long as 6 hours on the weekends.
There was once a young man who attended Harvard University. He created a networking site called Facebook. He started off the website as a social network, but only for college students. After this website spread to every single college in the US, the world was now ready to take on Facebook. He then released it to the world March 12, 2005, making it the #1 social networking site worldwide, generating $4 billion a year, making Mark Zuckerberg the world's youngest billionaire.
I think Facebook can be very addictive. I think I'm lucky enough to not have one of those fancy phones that every teenager has that you can get it right on the spot. So I have to take the time to turn on my computer, go into Facebook, but I think about it. I think about wanting to see what new pictures are up, who's doing what. So for the students or people who have access to it right on their phone, I think it can be horribly addictive. I see people who are constantly checking their phones, wanting to know who's doing what, wanting to know what someone said. I think it can be very addictive. I think it's really important for people to, if it's on their phone and that easy access, put the phone away when you're at home, spend time with family, because I think wanting to know what everyone's doing is super addictive.
Where do you see Facebook in 5 years?
I definitely see it growing, because with the way technology is advancing, it's definitely going to get bigger.
I see it failing, actually. Like, I feel like Google Plus will take over. It's just going to be like another MySpace, like phase, and just, yeah.
I could see that. I mean, I could see it going either way, just depending on, how people feel about it and what new things are out.
In 5 years, I see Facebook, like, pretty much dead, and nobody's going to be using it. And yeah, probably everybody will be using like Twitter or something like that, and Instagram and all that.
I see Facebook like non-existent in 5 years, and like a new thing coming out, and no one really goes on Facebook anymore like what MySpace used to be.
I see it gone because Twitter took over, because I like Twitter better, and I think everybody else does.
In 5 years, I don't see Facebook because I'm not going to be a user on it, because there's going to be a better media place on the internet that gives better resources and reaches out to the people more.
And it's probably going to connect more people, and it's going to grow bigger because people are already hearing so much about it. So I think it's going to grow bigger, and it's probably going to be really, really big in 5 years.
I see Facebook kind of taking over. They've kind of like bought out a couple of companies and stuff like that. So I see it just getting bigger and better and even crazier. So.
Now, 1 in 13 people are on Facebook as of right now. And teenagers spend an average around 10 hours on Facebook, and it's rising. If only half their time that they were spending doing Facebook was on homework, teens' grades would improve.
Do you believe Facebook has ruined any of your social skills?
I think yes, because I think through technology, people are more confident, and they would never say or do the things that they do in person that they do on Facebook.
I think it has ruined our social skills because we get so accustomed to talking like with shortened words and everything that we don't really communicate with one another anymore.
Because it's a lot easier to talk to somebody through technology than it is in person. So you get accustomed to just talking to them over typing it and not just face to face.
No, I think I can still hold a conversation and be social.
And then a lot of people they talk in a certain way online, and then in person they talk differently.
I think Facebook in some ways has ruined social skills of people because you're not really talking face to face, and it can cause drama, lots of it.
No, I think talking to people on Facebook and on real life is easy. It's just the same.
Oh, I personally think that Facebook has ruined social skills because you're sitting there frying your brain on the computer when you could be doing something a lot more productive. So Facebook isn't my forte.
I definitely think it's affecting teenagers. I think wanting to have instant access all the time. I think needing to have instant access. I think communication with parents and family sometimes suffers socially for their friends because it's instant access. I know even before Facebook, just when they had texting and things, it really negatively affected writing skills. When I had students and I taught English, I think that shortcut spellings became habit for students, and I think that was really harmful. And I think it's easier for students and people to say things on Facebook that they wouldn't say to someone's face, and I think can become destructive. I think people feel a lot more comfortable to say something negative about someone on a computer that they wouldn't say to their face, and so I think it can have a negative effect if people aren't careful. I think socializing with family and friends in person is a lot more important than texting. I've seen people who literally are one room away. Instead of getting up and talking to each other, they actually will text each other from another room, and so I think it can have a negative effect if people don't balance it well.